This is your class of Principles of Commerce. We are here on the first year class of intermediate. Your topic is finance, and today is you're testing yourself for the test of finance. Now, let's proceed towards the test of finance. That what actually this finance is dealing and discussing all about. Okay, and then yes, this is your first fill in the blanks. Finance is a field that deals with the allocation of dash and dash over time under the condition of certainty and uncertainty. It also applies and uses the theories of economics at some level. Finance can also be defined as the science of dash. You have to fill these blanks. You can write the correct answers. Once I move your slides, then I will not show you the slides again, which I will discuss with you. Your second MCQs is in general sense, finance is the dash of money and other valuables, which can be easily converted into cash. Second option, according to experts, finance is a simple task of providing the necessary dash required by the business of entities like companies, firms, individuals, and others on the terms that are most favorable to achieve their economic activities. You have to fill these two blanks also. Now I proceed towards the next slide. Your next slide will be characteristics of finance. It is about the characteristics of finance. All the questions and the Flinders ranks are related to the slides which we were discussing in the class. Following other characteristics of finance, finance refers to the management and study of money. Finance also deals with dash. Finance can take many forms depending on the field of finance that one is studying. Finance help businessmen in dash. This is a very important fill in the blanks that you should know. Next, I proceed. Features of finance. You have to write the main features of finance can be depicted below in the chart. 1, 2, and 3. You have to write only three features of finance. We have discussed many features of finance in the class, but you people have to write it down only three features. Write it down only three features of finance. You have to write it down only three features of finance. You have to share your answers of your test paper on my email. Don't send me any WhatsApp picture of your papers. You have to send me email. Okay, you have to attach your answer in your emails. emails में जो भी आप लोग अपनी पिक्चर और स्क्रीनशॉट लेंगे वो काइंडली मुझे ईमेल कीजिएगा. Don't WhatsApp me. This is your long question answer, so you have to share the answers on my email. I'm writing my email on the screen for your assistance, students. MRS underscore Mashood. This is my email address for your assistance. Then you have to share your test answers over here and then I will check it. MRS underscore Mashood, MASHHOOD. Next slide is kinds of business finance. Short-term finance. Short-term finance is usually in the forms of loans and must be dash within within the air. Yes, then we have long-term finance. Long-term finance refers to the fund that is invested in business for over dash years. It can be more years or it can be years. Okay. Then we have intermediate credit. Intermediate credit refers to the type of income security with the maturity and date of principal repayment that is occur in the next dash years. You have to fill in the blanks with the correct answers. Now I proceed further. Consumer finance. It is a personal or domestic finance which a person needs to live his life. Consumer finance is met by personal income and by loan. Types of consumer finance are: number one, you have to write it down the um, specific heading which is you will use. आपके पास description मौजूद है and आपको उसकी heading fill up करनी है. Consumer finance open an account with shops and stores from where they buy on credit throughout the month and pay off at the next month. You have to write it down the heading for this. Now the second which we want your answer is number two. Now you have to write it down the specific heading. Installment sale is a kind of credit allowed to consumer. Charge account credit is not in the form of cash. Now number three, dash customers and consumers. However, may need cash for other requirements. Cash loans can be held from bank, small loans companies and credit unions, etc. You have to write it down that it is a specific definition of which heading. Then number four, dash people may borrow for building or buying houses. Loan provided for this purpose are referred to as real estate loans. You have to write it down again the heading over here. Yes, I proceed further. Finance Minister of Pakistan. Dash, who is the finance advisor? The minister responsible each year for presenting the federal government budget to the Parliament of Pakistan. He is the advisor to Prime Minister of Pakistan for finance. You have to write down the name of the person. You can see on your screen the picture of the person. Dash is the finance advisor. Who is the finance advisor? You have to write it down the name of this person who is an advisor for your prime minister for investment of money. Now, this is your last question. You have to write it down: notes or business finance and consumer finance. At least the notes should be of 1 page, not less than this. You have to mention the definitions of business finance and consumer finance, plus the characteristics which I have discussed with you in the class. After completing of questions, after writing the notes, you people can leave the class and share your answers on my email, as I have discussed with my email with you in the last few slides before. This is your complete test. Now, if you have any queries, you can ask me. And this is all for today. That you people have to prepare yourself for the board examination about your chapter finance. Thank you so much.